Om Shanti. This is the Avyakt Murli of 5th of December 1989, and the title is How to Remain Constantly Happy. Today, Bap Dada was seeing all the children from everywhere. What did he see? To what extent each child remains happy at every moment. Together with that, Baba was also seeing how much you make others happy, because happiness is the only thing visible on the face as a practical form of all godly attainments. Happiness is the special basis of Brahman life. There is a difference of day and night between temporary happiness and permanent happiness based on the complete and perfect stage. Temporary happiness is definitely visible for a short time on the faces of those who have temporary attainments. However, spiritual happiness definitely makes you happy, and the vibrations of spiritual happiness also reach other souls. Other souls also experience peace and power. Just as a tree full of fruit gives people in its cool shade the experience of coolness for a short time, and they become happy. In the same way, souls who are full of the fruit of godly attainments and spiritual happiness give others the experience of peace and strength of body and mind in the shade of their attainments. Like the rays of the sun, the vibrations of happiness make you forget the atmosphere, people, and everything else, and change everything into an experience of true spiritual peace and happiness. At the present time, souls without knowledge spend a lot of money in order to remain happy in their lives. What did you people spend? Without spending any money, you always remain happy, do you not? Or do you remain happy with help from others? Bap Dada was checking the children's chart. What did he see? One kind is those who are constantly happy, and the other kind are those who are happy. The word constantly does not apply to them. Baba saw 3 types of happiness. 1. Happy with the self. 2. Happiness through others. 3. Happy in service. If you are happy in all 3, you have automatically pleased Bap Dada, and the souls with whom the Father is pleased are always embodiments of success. Bap Dada saw that some children remain unhappy with themselves. They remain unhappy because of little things, although they know the first lesson of who am I. They forget it. They forget what the Father has made them and has given them. The Father has given each child a right to the full inheritance. He has not given some children the full inheritance and others only half the inheritance. Has anyone received only half or a quarter of the inheritance? Have you only been given half, or have you only taken half? The Father has given everyone the blessing and inheritance of being a master, almighty authority. It isn't that He has given you children some powers, but not given others powers. He hasn't kept anything for Himself. He has filled you all with all virtues and made you embodiments of all attainments. However, you are unable to accommodate in yourself the attainments that you have received from the Father. Just as while having physical wealth and all facilities, you don't know how to spend the money or use the facilities. So too, while having these attainments, you remain deprived of them. In the same way, you all have all the attainments and treasures, but you don't know the way to use them. You don't know how to use them at the right time. You then say, I realize that I should have done that, or I shouldn't have done that, but I forget at that time. I now understand that it should not be like that. If at that time even 1 second goes by, you won't be able to reach your destination of success because the train of time will have departed. Even if you were delayed by a second or an hour, the time would have gone. And when the train of time has departed, you become disheartened with yourself, and some scars of unhappiness emerge. My fortune is like that. Such is my part in the drama. You were told earlier too that there are two main reasons for being unhappy with the self. One, being disheartened. Two, feeling jealous on seeing the specialties, the fortune, and the part of others. You then have less courage and have greater feelings of jealousy. Neither can those who become disheartened even remain happy, nor can those who are jealous, because in both cases the desires of such souls can never be fulfilled. And desires don't allow you to become good. Therefore, you are not able to remain happy. In order to remain happy, always keep one thing in your intellect. According to the rules of the drama, at the confluence age, each Brahmin soul has definitely been given one specialty or another. Even if it is the last bead of the rosary of 16,000, that soul has also been given one specialty or another. Go further than that. Even of the 900,000 souls who have been remembered, each one has been given one specialty or another. First of all, recognize your specialty. As yet, you have not even reached 900,000 who have recognized the specialty of the fortune of Brahmin life. Recognize that and use it. Do not become disheartened or jealous seeing the specialty of others, but use your own specialty, and that one specialty will bring other specialties. When a zero continues to be placed after one, it becomes so many. Put a zero beside one and it becomes 10. Put another zero and it becomes 100. Put a third zero and it becomes 1,000. You know this calculation, do you not? To use it means to increase it. Do not look at others. Use your specialty. For example, Bap Dada always gives the example of Bholi Dadi in the Bandara. The names of the Maharathis may sometimes be mentioned, but her name is always mentioned. She uses her specialty. Even though she only looks after the Bandara, by using her specialty, she is remembered as a special soul. When everyone speaks of Madhuban, they will relate things of the Dadis and also of Bholi Dadi. She doesn't give lectures, but by using her specialties, she herself has become special. Others also look at her and see her as being special. So, what will you do to remain happy? Use your specialty and it will increase. And when you develop all of them, you will become complete. And the basis of happiness is completion. Those who are happy with the self will remain happy with others and with service too. They will please others with whatever service they are given, and they will claim a number ahead. The biggest service will be done by your image of happiness. So, did you hear what chart Baba saw? Acha. Teachers have the fortune of sitting at the front. You come as guides and work very hard. You will call someone from Sukhtam and another one from Vishal Bhavan. You get very good exercise. You don't go for walks at the centers. When service first began, you dadis used to go everywhere on foot. Did you not? Your senior dadis also used to go on foot. They would carry one piece of baggage and go by foot. Nowadays, all of you have come at a time when everything is ready-made. So, you are lucky, are you not? You have got ready-made centers. The buildings are our own. Previously, they used to live on the beach of the river Jamuna. They just had the one room, their bedroom at night, and the service room during the day. However, you are now eating the fruit of the fortune of the renunciation they had with happiness. You have come at the time of eating the fruit. They sowed the seeds and you are reaping the fruit. It is very easy to eat fruit, is it not? Now, let such quality fruit emerge. Do you understand? The quantity already exists, and that is also needed. You want to reach 900,000, and so both quality and quantity are needed. However, at least prepare a strong rosary of 16,000. Now, especially underline doing service of quality souls. In every group, there are teachers and also Kumaris. But the Kumaris don't emerge, surrender. They like Madhuban and they also love the Father. But they have to think about it before they surrender themselves. Those who offer themselves are able to move along without any obstacles, whereas those who move along, having been told to do so, come to a standstill and then continue to move again. They would repeatedly tell you, "We had told you in advance that we should not surrender." Some of them think that it is better to stay outside the centers and do service. However, there is definitely a difference between staying outside and doing service, and in doing service, having renounced everything. Those who understand the importance of surrendering have stepped aside from many things and have come here with ease and been liberated from having to labor in many things. So, teachers, you understand your importance very well, do you not? Are those who do both tasks, their job and the service, good, or those who only do this service? Those Kumaris still have to play a double part. Although they are free from bondage, they still have a double part, whereas you only have one part. Householders have to play three roles: of studying, of service, and of sustaining their household. You have become free from all things. Acha, to all the elevated souls who are always full of the specialty of happiness, to the sensible and essence-full souls who always recognize their specialties and use them, to the great souls who always remain happy and have the greatness of making others happy, Baptada's love, remembrance, and Namaste. Baptada meeting Agra and Rajasthan groups. Do you always consider yourselves to be the elevated souls seated on the immortal throne? You, the soul, are immortal, and so your throne is also immortal, is it not? The soul carries out so much work while seated on that throne. With the awareness that you are a soul seated on the throne, you automatically have the awareness that you have a right to self-sovereignty. When a king is seated on his throne, he naturally has the intoxication and happiness of his kingdom. To be seated on the throne means to be a king who has self-sovereignty. With this awareness, all physical organs will automatically follow all orders. The Father's heart is a heart throne for those who move along considering themselves to be seated on the immortal throne. Because by understanding yourself to be a soul, you remember the Father. Then there is neither the body, nor bodily relations, nor material things. The Father is your world. Therefore, those who are seated on the immortal throne are seated on the Father's heart throne. Only the children who belong to the one Father and none other remain in the Father's heart. So, you have a double throne. Beloved, long lost, and now found children are always made to sit in the lap. They are made to sit high, not on the floor. So, the Father too says, sit on the throne. Do not get down from it. Would those who are given a throne sit anywhere else? So, do not forget the immortal throne or the heart throne and come into the earth of the body, into the dirt of the body. The body is said to be of dust, is it not? You say, dust turns to dust, do you not? So too, come into the body means to come into the consciousness of dust. Royal children never play in the dirt. Godly children are the most royal of all. So, do you enjoy sitting on the throne, or do you have a slight desire to sit in the dirt? Some children have a habit of eating dirt and playing with dirt. So, you are not like that, are you? You have played with dirt for 63 births. The Father is now making you sit on the throne, and so how can you play with dirt? Those who play with dirt become dirty. So, you too have become so dirty. The Father has now cleansed you. With this awareness, always remain powerful. Those who are powerful never become weak. To become weak means to have an illness of Maya. You have now become healthy for all time. The soul has become powerful. Karmic accounts of the body are a different matter, but the mind has become powerful, has it not? The body is weak and doesn't function. Death is the last body, and that will happen anyway. But the soul should be powerful. The soul should not become weak when the body is weak. So, always remember that you are those who are going to be seated on the double throne and have a double crown. Acha, all of you are content, are you not? To be content means to be happy. Do you always remain happy or only sometimes? You are not happy sometimes and unhappy sometimes, are you? You never become unhappy with some situations, do you? Today, I did this. Today, this happened. Yesterday, that happened. You don't write letters like those, do you? Those who always remain happy also make others happy with their spiritual vibrations. Do not think, I always remain happy anyway. However, the power of happiness will definitely spread. Are you happy to the extent that you are able to make others happy too? Or are you happy by only being happy with yourself? If you also make others happy, there won't be any such letters received. If someone sends a letter of unhappiness, send it back to that person. Remember this time and this date. Yes, write this letter. I am okay and others are also okay with me. Just write these 2 lines. That's all. I am okay and others are also okay with me. Why do you spend so much money? These 2 lines can also be written on a card. So, do not repeatedly write letters. Some send cards every day. Do not send cards every day. You can send a card with okay once a month or every fortnight. Do not write long stories. Now, make others happy with your happiness. Acha, blessing. May you be accurate and powerful and clarify all the secrets of knowledge using a few words. The more powerful something is, the less its quantity. In the same way, when you become stable in your stage of being beyond sound, before you come into sound, your words will be few and they will be accurate and powerful. One word will be filled with the significance of 1,000 words, and through that, wasteful words will automatically end. With one word, you will be able to clarify all the secrets of knowledge, and all expansion will end. Slogan: to say Baba from your heart means to attain happiness and power. Om Shanti.